Hey flower lovers, think you know your beautiful blooms and garden favorites? Today, we're jumping into the Name a Flower from A to Z challenge. You'll face 30 exciting rounds, and you'll only have 10 seconds to pick a flower for each letter. Get ready, stay sharp, and let's see how many flowers you really know. Which flower can you think of that starts with A? What's your first pick? Do you know a flower beginning with B? Which one comes to your mind first? Can you name a flower that starts with C? Which bloom would you choose here? Which flower starting with D can you recall? What's your instant answer? Think of a flower with E. Which one would you select? Which famous or beautiful flower starts with F? What's your choice? Which flower is known as the Queen of Flowers? Answer B, rose. From G, which flower pops into your head first? What's your first thought? Can you pick a flower beginning with H? Which one do you go for? What flower starting with I do you know? What would you answer? Name a flower that starts with J. Drop your pick. Which flower begins with K? What name comes first to you? Who comes to mind from the letter L? Which flower would you pick? Which flower is famous for turning toward the sun? Answer C, sunflower. Can you think of a flower starting with M? Which one stands out? Which flower begins with N in your mind? What's your selection? Do you know a flower starting with O? What would you say? Which flower starts with P? Tell us your pick. From Q, which flower can you think of? What's your answer? Which flower begins with R? Which one would you pick? Which flower is famous for its bell-shaped blue petals? Answer C, bluebell. Can you name a flower starting with S? What's your choice? Which flower starts with T? What would you go with? From the U, which flower can you think of? Let us know your answer in the comments. Can you think of a flower starting with V? Which one feels right? Which flower begins with W? What's your pick here? From the letter X, which flower do you know? Which would you select? Can you name a flower starting with Y? What comes to mind? Which flower blooms in many bright colors and is popular in gardens? Answer A, Zinnia. Which flower begins with Z? What would be your final answer? How many flowers did you name correctly? Drop your score in the comments. If you enjoyed this challenge, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fun quizzes.